even in Thailand, there is Bangkok, super megapolis with skyscrapers, car, opulent shops and glamour. And there is Chiang Mai, where we are now in the rurals. There are like 1, 2 floor houses, village houses, gardens everywhere. Doesn't it resemble these jungles? Doesn't it resemble in some way the Vrindavana?
Yes, it does. But that kind of gets into beauty over power, which I'd like to talk about. But first, I wanted to talk about service a little bit. So this was my service, right? My service was compiling the books, helping Goswami Maharaj with the books. And everyone can serve Krishna in a different way. Not everyone has the same service. Someone may clean the temple, and by this way they're cleaning their heart. And someone may cook the prasadam or film a presentation speaking about Krishna. Everyone has their particular role to perform, because by serving, we become complete. It's a very curious relationship between God and the living soul. It's said in the Bhagavatam, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Padasevanam. There's different kinds of service. My particular service was service to the word, or Kirtanam. And by service, we conquer the infinite, in the opinion of the followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sridhar Maharaj liked to talk about Hegel. He said, die to live. So Hegel discusses the master-slave relationship. And he says that it's curious because the master thinks he owns everything. And the slave, what's his position? But because the slave serves him, the master gradually becomes dependent on the slave, and finally the slave controls everything. If you look at this beautiful garden that we're sitting in here, for example, who gets to enjoy the garden? The owner of the house or the gardener?
Sometimes.
Perhaps. Yeah,
the gardener is living here.
Yes, the gardener lives here. The gardener gets to enjoy the plant, the pond, the flowers, everything. Why? Because he's the servant.
Yeah.
So in this way, the servant gets to control the master. It's actually a better position to be the servant than the master, which is a very curious paradox. But Krishna learns this from his servant, Radharani. See, Radharani is the pleasure potency of Krishna, and by serving Krishna, she experiences greater pleasure than he does. And he's fascinated with that, so he wants to come as Mahaprabhu. So this is another example of what Guru Maharaj calls die to live. Anyway.
But you call this the golden volcano of divine love.
Yes, Mahaprabhu
That's from that book.
He's the golden volcano of divine love when he expresses the intensity of Radharani's pain of separation from Krishna. So this is the secret context of the golden volcano.